pen felt warm in my hand. Too warm. Just sign here, Mom, my daughter Jessica said. She pushed the papers across the kitchen table. It's just paperwork. For taxes. So the house doesn't get complicated later. My name is Margaret. I'm 67, a widow, a retired school principal. And that house was where I raised Jessica. Where my husband took his last breath. Where every wall held a memory. Jessica smiled. Too bright. Too fast. The lawyer said it's standard. Just makes things easier for you later. You won't have to worry about anything. I looked at the papers. Legal words. Small print. My reading glasses were upstairs, and Jessica was watching me, waiting. Don't you trust me, Mom? She asked softly, like I was the one being unreasonable. My hand shook. Not from age, from something I couldn't name yet. But she was my daughter, the girl I stayed up with during fevers, the girl I saved for college. So I smiled. I picked up the pen, and I signed. Good girl, she whispered. Then she kissed my cheek and gathered the papers fast, like she was afraid I'd change my mind. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing her eyes, not loving, not patient, hungry. 3 days later, I asked, Jessica, what exactly did I sign? She laughed. Mom, I told you. Tax stuff. Boring. You don't have to worry your pretty head about it. But I did worry. Because mothers know. Even when daughters think we don't. I went to the county office. I asked a clerk to look up my house deed. Her face changed when she saw the screen. Mrs. Hayes, she said quietly. Your daughter is now co-owner, with right of survivorship. The words hit me like ice water. Co-owner, right of survivorship. That meant Jessica could sell, she could borrow against it, she could decide my future in the home I'd lived in for 40 years. I walked out of that office, and my legs felt broken. Not my legs, my trust. Shattered in one signature. Jessica called that evening. Did you get my text, Mom? I'll be over Monday to talk about your moving options. It's time to downsize, right? Moving options. Downsize. She already had plans for my house, my home. I held the phone and I didn't cry. I smiled. The same smile I gave her at the table, but what I didn't know that night, while I was staring at the ceiling counting my regrets, was that Monday morning I'd walk into a lawyer's office. And by Monday afternoon I would own my power again. Until everything changed when I stopped being Mom and started being Margaret. Monday came fast. 8 a.m. Jessica was at my door with coffee and brochures. Assisted living, Mom. Look at this one. Pool. Activities. You'll love it. I took the coffee. I looked at the brochures. Then I looked at her. Jessica, did you think I wouldn't check? I asked quietly. She blinked. Check what? What I signed. Her smile dropped. Just for a second. Then it came back, fake and bright. Mom, you're confused. I was helping you. You're getting older. You need someone to handle things. Handle things. Like I was a child. Like my mind was broken. I stood up. My back hurt. My heart hurt more. I raised you, Jessica. I taught 6th graders for 30 years. I'm not confused. I'm betrayed. She rolled her eyes. Here we go. Dramatic. I'm just trying to make your life easier. Easier for who? I asked. Because this house is easier for you to sell, isn't it? You and your husband need the down payment for that new place, right? She went still. For a moment, the mask slipped, and I saw it. The truth. She didn't want to help me. She wanted my house. Don't be ridiculous, she said. But her voice was too sharp. I'm your daughter. I'd never... You already did. I cut her off. Not yelling, not screaming, just truth. You used my love. You used my trust. You used the fact that I'd believe my own child. Jessica put the brochures down. Okay, fine. Yes, we could use the money. But you're old, Mom. What are you going to do with a big house anyway? Be reasonable. Reasonable. That word broke something in me. Because reasonable people don't trick their mothers. Reasonable people don't hide legal papers. Reasonable people don't plan your move before you agree. I walked to my bedroom. I opened the drawer where my husband kept his things. His old leather folder. Inside was his will. And a letter he wrote me before he died. Margaret, he wrote, never let anyone make you feel small in your own home. Not even our daughter. You built this life. You own this life. I cried then. Not loud. Just quiet tears for the girl I thought I knew. For the trust that was destroyed in one afternoon. For the mother who believed her daughter loved her more than property. I was shattered. For hours I sat on my bed and felt small, powerless, old, like Jessica wanted me to feel. But then I read my husband's letter again. You own this life. Own. That word woke me up. I wasn't powerless. I was co-owner. And co-owners have rights. Co-owners can say no. Co-owners can fight. I picked up the phone. Not to call Jessica. To call a lawyer. A real one. Not the one she took me to. Hello, I said. My voice didn't shake this time. My name is Margaret Hayes. My daughter tricked me into signing my house. I need to know what power I still have. The lawyer was quiet for a moment. Then she said, Mrs. Hayes, you have more power than she thinks. Come in Monday. We'll talk. Monday. That word again. I hung up, and I looked at myself in the mirror. Tired eyes, but clear eyes. The eyes of a woman who had been broken and was choosing to rebuild. Jessica texted me that night. See you Monday, Mum. We'll get this moving thing settled. I didn't reply. I just smiled. Because Monday was coming. And this time, I was driving. Monday, 10 a.m. My lawyer's office. Jessica sat across from me with her husband. Smiling, confident. She thought she'd won. The lawyer slid papers across the table. Mrs. Hayes, as co-owner, you have full rights. You cannot be forced to sell. You cannot be forced to move. And any sale requires both signatures. Jessica's smile froze. But she signed. She signed as co-owner, the lawyer said. Not as seller. Not as someone giving up rights. She still owns 50% of this home. And 50% means 100% of the decision. Jessica turned to me. Mom, you don't understand. I understand perfectly, I said. My voice was calm, steady. I understand you tried to take my home while I was smiling at you. I understand you thought I was too old to fight. I understand you were wrong. My revenge wasn't cruel. I didn't call the police. I didn't kick her out. I didn't shame her in front of family. My revenge was boundaries. I looked at my daughter and I said, Jessica, I love you, but I will not sign anything else without my own lawyer. I will not move until I choose to. And I will not let you treat my home like your bank account. She started crying. So you don't trust me anymore? No, I said gently. Not with my house. Trust is built, Jessica. And you broke it. You can rebuild it. But not with papers. With respect. Her husband looked at the floor. Jessica looked at me like I was a stranger. Maybe I was. Maybe the weak mom she knew was gone. I walked out of that office with my head high. Not because I won, because I chose myself. Today, I still live in my house. Jessica still visits. But she knocks now. She asks now. She respects now. The papers she tricked me into signing, they sit in my drawer. A reminder, not of betrayal, of power, moral. Your home is more than walls. It's your story, your peace, your dignity. People will try to take it with smiles and soft words, but a woman who knows her worth cannot be moved. The truth exposes those who hide behind, I'm just helping. And Monday taught me, I am not too old to own my power. I am old enough to protect it.